Buckle up, because we're about to take a journey down the world's most dangerous roads. It's not always the drivers who are affected by the hazards of some roads. The Make-Long Railway is where two worlds collide. It runs straight through a busy marketplace, forcing vendors to scramble as trains barrel through every couple of hours. Blink, and you might miss the chaos. Most of the time, it's those crossing the road who are at risk. But as we've established by now, Thailand is a very unique place to be. And it's highly recommended you stop your vehicle if faced by a herd of elephants. And if you're patient enough, some will even stop to say thank you. The Holy Island Causeway connects the mainland to a small island, but don't linger too long. Twice a day, the tide swallows the road, trapping the unlucky drivers who misjudge the schedule. This Uber driver is a perfect example of unfortunate timing, but nothing can stop him from getting to his client. Give this man a raise. Carved into sheer cliffs, the Atabad Lake Road winds perilously above waters created by a massive landslide in 2010. Driving through is a huge risk that we strongly advise against, unless you're prepared to have your fate interrupted by a falling boulder. We can't talk about the dangers of driving in certain places around the world without mentioning safaris. Even with precautions in place, you can never fully predict how the animals will react. And it's not just elephants anymore. Watch how this lion responded to a car driving through a safari park in Vilnius, Crimea.
Это Филя автомобилей. Скажи всем здравствуйте. Всех отсюда выпихаю. Филя. Ну, машинка новая. Все, крутит руль. Сел за руль уже. Филя. Филя, иди здоровайся. Скажи всем здравствуйте. Скажи, кто хотел снять поближе? Может выйти. Нет, скажи, мы хотим. Странные туристы.
What might appear as a serene floating bridge straight out of a Chinese fairy tale could easily become your final journey if you're not cautious. The Shiziguan Road in China is a 400-meter-long bridge that employs advanced German technology to prevent rollovers. Yet with just inches separating you from the water below, we strongly suggest keeping your windows rolled down for a quick escape, just in case. The Karnali Highway is more like a dirt track clinging to the side of a mountain. Landslides are frequent, and many parts are barely wide enough for a single vehicle. One wrong swerve and you're tumbling into oblivion. You've probably heard about the chaotic traffic in Vietnam's bustling cities. Now, imagine trying to cross the busiest street in Ho Chi Minh City, the most congested city in the country, where every step feels like a gamble against the relentless flow of motorbikes and cars. This rusty one-lane suspension bridge in Arkansas has seen better days. Old and worn out, it sways unnervingly under the weight of even the smallest vehicles, let alone a massive bus.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, Jesus, look at
Look at the dip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you keep honking.
Honking.
Nobody wants on that bridge.
Look at that.
Oh, are you videoing?
Yeah. Holy cow, look at that. I don't know.
Somebody's knocking out here.
No, he is here. He's pissed off that he has to wait here. Oh, what are idiots on.
You've heard about the Great Wall of China, now give it up for the Great Snow Valley of Japan. With walls towering as high as 65 feet, one wrong move can leave you buried in the frozen wilderness. That being said, this is one of the most scenic drives you can experience in the country of Japan. A sprawling monster of a road, this 50-lane highway in Beijing can funnel into just 4 lanes in an instant. This is what it looks like on a national holiday in China when many people are traveling between cities. This might appear to be the most dangerous of the lot, especially if you're driving a 300cc motorcycle. But it's actually an optical illusion that makes the Ashimi-Oshami Bridge in Japan look almost like a roller coaster. The bridge spans over a mile, making the proportions of it very manageable. If you're a fan of organized chaos, maybe this magic roundabout in Swindon, UK is for you. This bizarre roundabout has 5 mini roundabouts circling a larger one. Navigating through this maze requires a very clear understanding of British road rules.
So here we go. We're going in to the middle and out again. This is the magic roundabout. Right, does he have priority? I'll let him go. No, someone's coming that way. Right, here we go. Out this way and okay, on to another one. Do you know what? That was alright.
This narrow causeway connects mainland France to the island of Noirmoutier, but only during low tide. Twice a day, the road disappears beneath the sea, trapping anyone who didn't make it to the other side in time. A dizzying labyrinth of on-ramps, off-ramps, and bridges, the Quanchun interchange in China can turn your simple commute into a test of mental endurance. Get lost here and you'll spend hours trying to find your way out. This road only exists in winter, when frozen lakes become a lifeline for trucks delivering goods to the remote north. But when temperatures rise, this temporary highway becomes a dangerous game of how thin is the ice. One of the most scenic drives in the world, the Atlantic Road, also becomes one of the deadliest when fierce Atlantic storms strike. Waves crash over the road, turning a peaceful drive into something a little more nerve-wracking. Tip of advice: make sure the lights on your vehicle are functioning before driving through the caves of the Thong Pha Phum Road. This drive is not recommended for people who suffer from claustrophobia. It sounds like a breathtaking idea to cross the border separating Italy and Switzerland, and it really is if you do not suffer from motion sickness. This Stelvio Pass is the highest paved mountain pass in the Eastern Alps and takes the term hairpin turn to a whole new extreme. Staying on the topic of hairpins, this is how the Chinese have interpreted this style of infrastructure. With 600 turns and 30 kilometers, the Panlong Road is not for the faint-hearted. Cut into Colorado's towering mountains, the million-dollar highway offers no guardrails on its sharp turns and steep cliffs. It is definitely one of the most beautiful routes in the United States, as long as you keep your eyes on the road. As the name suggests, the 99 Bend Road has 99 twists and turns, each one more treacherous than the last. Nestled in the Tainman Mountains, the tight switchbacks demand total focus and skill to avoid tumbling into the abyss. This breathtaking road in China's Henan province holds a deeper story than just its impressive views. Stretching through the mountains, it includes a 1.2-kilometer tunnel 5 meters in height, entirely carved out by the determined villagers of Guileng. Isolated from the outside world, 13 villagers decided to take on the immense task of building this road themselves in the 1970s. Using nothing but simple tools, they spent years chiseling through solid rock. While the route is undeniably scenic, it's far from being either modern or safe. Winding through the Black Hills, Iron Mountain Road is as dangerous as it is beautiful. It is notorious for its narrow, blinding tunnels. Some may even find tutorials online about how to approach driving through the tunnels to avoid clashing with vehicles coming in the opposite direction. What you're seeing here is the Sunshine Skyway, and probably another reason to avoid driving over bridges in Florida. One might be rather skeptical when seeing this for the first time. But rest assured, when Dutch engineers are involved, there's no reason to worry. Cars shouldn't have all the fun to themselves when it comes to crossing bridges. In the Netherlands, the boats also get their moment. The Veluwemeer Aqueduct is an extraordinary structure that lets water traffic sail smoothly over a lake while cars drive safely below. Stretching 414 miles through remote Alaskan wilderness, the Dalton Highway is isolated and unforgiving. Snow, ice, and extreme cold are just part of the challenge. Break down here, and rescue could be hours or even days away. This twisting, narrow mountain road in Norway lives up to its name. With steep cliffs and hairpin bends, Trollstigen, or Troll's Path, is as treacherous as it is beautiful, and not a road to be taken lightly.